Okay, y'all. I'm gonna explain something to y'all about the $100 for the 10K likes and the 10K views. Now, my girl, I told her to share some stories with me so that she can, participate in the challenge. And she had gave me this story about a guy finding out that his girlfriend was sleeping with his best friend. Those type of stories are not for this. Okay, it's not for this platform. Those stories right there, and I'm gonna tell you what I told her. And y'all, I can't tell you how to feel about what I'm about to say, but try not to take too much of offense what I'm about to say. All I'm saying is that when when two people get together in an intimate way, when y'all get comfortable enough to see each other without clothes on, and y'all indulge in other things with each other without clothes on, before you even get to that point, y'all need to be knowing each other real well. And if you already got to that point where you removing clothes and you don't know the kind of person that you're laying down with, you're not you're not how can I say? You're not being mindful or careful or cautious of the kind of person you're hanging with or you're allowing to see you naked. So I'm not looking for those kind of mistakes. I'm not looking for those. The story based is really based on if you have a family member that you're not intimate with, of course, and that you actually is judging based on the outer things or that person is doing, the things that person say, how the person is treating you, and when this person is treating you like they love you, you know what I mean? But then they turn around and do something that doesn't demonstrate love, and it's like it shocks you because you didn't see that coming. And I you can already say, well, if you enter with someone and then they turn around and cheat on you, you didn't see that coming. You understand? But this is not a lovey-dovey story thing. This is not about, not to say that you don't love your family, you don't love your friends. It's not that. It's not that kind of story. And I'm trying to find a better way to explain it. So it's for another example. It's for, like, let's say you have a friend, and your friend, and I know you can still argue, well, you don't expect for your friend to turn around and sleep with your girl or sleep with your boy. I get it. I get it. But this is not a lovey-dovey storytelling thing. But if you think that kind of story will get you 10Ks, 10 likes, hey, you can shoot it to me. But I think it's really not for the stories that I tell. But you can go ahead and shoot your shot. I'm not telling you not to shoot your shot with it, but that's not what I was looking for. Like a family betrayal. I mean, a friend betrayal. Let's say that, for example, I have a story where my friend, who I considered my best friend, he hooked me up with a girl that he was attracted to and that he liked it. And and so he never told me that he was into this girl. They never slept with each other, anything like that. We was kids, and he hooked me up with this girl, and me and this girl had started a serious relationship. I was laying down with her. I fell in love with this girl. This girl fell in love with me. I met her mother. I was involved with her siblings. I mean, I was spending the night over there at her crib and stuff. I mean, we was doing the thing. And all this time, my best friend was feeling some kind of way about it. And I did not know about how he felt until like 20 years later when it just came out. And he was like, you took the girl I was in love with, some words, whatever, you know what I mean? But it shot me like, what? I like, bruh, if I knew you felt that kind of way, I would even never even started nothing serious with. I would even never even slept with if I knew you was feeling that kind of way. But he never told me. And everything else that he done that I questioned in the past, that I was like, why would he do that? It now would explain why. It might have been because he was feeling some kind of way because I did that and I didn't do it with ill intent. I didn't know. See, those shocking stories like that is what I'm looking for. That's that meat on the bone type of story because, this was my best friend. Like, when you best friend, y'all supposed to, Y'all supposed to be real with each other, be honest with. Don't keep it 85 or 50%, keep it 100%. But when he didn't tell me, I felt like he wasn't doing that. And that really hurted me because I thought we was better than that. Because I didn't want to, I wouldn't sleep with his wife. I wouldn't sleep with his main girls. And I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to my family member or to my friend. I wouldn't do that to people. Even if they made me upset and they said something, did something that made me just want to just fight them. That's the boundaries that I don't cross. I don't do that. That's just something I wouldn't do. And I have a lot of stories where uh, girls pushed up on me who were friends of mine. I mean, like they was dating my friends, and then I was drunk and all that, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that with you. I have enough self control and awareness when I drink and smoke to not to do it. I don't smoke, like I don't do crack and nothing. Like the hardest drug I ever smoked was weed. But anyhow, even when I'm weed, I kind of get you kind of get in the mood when you smoke some certain weeds and marijuana. But yeah, I still wouldn't do it. And I had a lot of family members and friends that didn't understand the type of person I was, and they was accusing me of doing such a thing. And that hurted me for them to think that I would do something like that. So them are the type of stories that I'm looking for, just for the record. But like I say, if you want to shoot your shot where some infidelity came about, hey, go for it. And another thing that I wanted to declare or broadcast or promulgate. I know that my stories and the way my videos are is a little tacky, but I'm gonna get better. I would listen to some guys like C Bill. I need to go check him out. He got a lot of prison stories. I'm gonna bring y'all some prison stories too. But anyway, he was like, have motivational speak saying just start. Just start. So I'm just trying to start somewhere, and it's a little tacky, but if I have to go back and fix it later on when I get my money right, I will. I will make it, and I'll go back, and if I can see that I can make it better, I would do it. But just work with me. I know it kind of sound low and it look tacky, but I'm just trying to start. So just kind of work with me on this. But that's what I want to put out there, as far as the way my stories are being told. It's laid out, my platform, whatever you want to call it, and what I was looking for in stories. Like I said, y'all can email me, y'all can type up the stories and I can read it, or you can keep your name anonymous. You can audio record yourself telling the story and you can send it to me and then I will post it. And I won't say who it was because, and here's my thing, like I was telling some people, sometimes when bad things happen to you, it's good to kind of let it out, talk about it. The problem is that you got to watch who you tell these stories to, because some people can weaponize that and use it to hurt you, and that wouldn't be fair to you, because while you're trying to be sincere sharing these stories with them, they turn it around and throwing it in your face. And that was one of the things that kept me from wanting to tell my stories, because I don't want to hear nobody weaponizing my stories and throwing it in my face. But you know what? I'm at an age and I'm at a growth level where I don't care. And I think that, it might be entertaining for them to make some critical remarks about my stories. Hey, I'm inviting it because, it might spunk things up, make people laugh, get a little giggles and stuff. So if you want to laugh at my hardship, hey, I'm fine with that, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna do me, you gonna do you, and I know how to move on with my life. I'm not here to sabotage anybody's character. I'm not here to make anybody look bad. I'm just trying to let out some things out of my system, share it, and hope that people will be more aware about these situations with family and friends that can make you vulnerable and put you in a position that will put you in another position that you don't really want to end up in. That's the purpose of this story. And another purpose of me telling these stories is because I know I'm not always going to be here. And I have a son, and I might have family members that if something big happened with my name and they might want to know a little bit more about me, they can always go to social media and listen to these stories. Or if I don't finish my book in time, then at least have this social media that I can go back, or somebody can go back and just here's some things that happened to you. But I got prison stories. I got so many stories. I got a lot of stories to tell y'all. I need to start writing down my character's name and try to remember it so I can tell my story without actually putting real people names in it. But anyway, this has been over 10 minutes and that's been a little too long. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this to y'all. I hope y'all like it. I hope that the audio is pretty good. I don't like to have my face in it because I don't want, I mean, people can see what I look like, but I don't want to be the kind of person where I can't go into public without people bothering me because I'm really like a hermit. I'm like a hermit. I like to be to myself. I'm an indoor person. I don't like to be in a crowd. I'm social at a certain time, but I'm bipolar and I'm paranoid. Because of the things that I've been through, and so I just try. I don't want to. I want the fame. I just don't want the attention. You get what I mean? I don't want to be, well, the person that someone see me and hey, ooh. I don't want to be that person that had to go through that. I don't. I want to be able to go to the grocery store, and it would be nice to get some smiles from some beautiful women when I go out in the public. But I I got one woman, so she's enough for now, I guess. No, because she might hear this video. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know. I mean, I love beautiful girls. I love beautiful girls. I'm addicted to beautiful girls. Not, and I don't sleep around. I do not. I have opportunities where, I can drop some little cash to get a little snatch, but I don't do it, and I've been offered some good deals, but I don't indulge in it. I just don't. You know what I mean? I feel like, and I think that, hey, if all it takes for a few dollars to lay down with you, ain't no telling how many people you done lay down with, and I don't want to go there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But to each his own. I don't dislike it. I actually appreciate that you do have women like that, but I don't support it. But I appreciate it. The only reason why I say I appreciate it because, some guys wasn't born with a beautiful face like I was. They don't have an opportunity to get beautiful girls that they dream about, So these women that are promiscuous, they provide that avenue. And then you can say, well, the guy needs to get his money up. Well, it's really not easy to become rich in America. It's hard. It's a lot of hard work, and a lot of people are not cut to do that. And so you telling me that because I wasn't cut to do that, even though I worked my butt off, probably 5 times harder than a rich guy, I don't deserve to lay down or be with a beautiful girl sometimes. I don't think that's right. So, beautiful girls who say, hey, look, just give me a few $100 and you can have some entertainment. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Not for me, but for the guys that can't get girls because last thing we want them to do to take it, or beat up a girl and take it from them. We don't need stuff like that. Definitely don't need that. So, more power to the movement of whatever you want to call it. Uh, I'm not trying to say I promote that type of behavior. I'm just saying I appreciate it.